they have a tendency to make excuses for everything. And the haves are the ones that don't make excuses. They look for opportunities within their area. And so what are we doing to create those opportunities? We're, instead of complaining, have-nots continuously are people who beat themselves up. They're the ones that say, oh, look at that person, they don't need 2 cars. Oh, why do they need such a big house? If they sold that house, they could feed more people. Well, maybe they are feeding more people, even though they're living in the big house. So check your speech, and your speech is going to be the thing that helps you to identify whether you're a have-not or a have. And that's the difference between, we think, because have-nots have a tendency to say nasty things about people on an often and a most regular basis, or think negative judgmental thoughts. So what we need to understand is, yes, thank you for your questions. I do appreciate all the questions, and I will hopefully answer them as we go through here. But when you are in the have-not zone, all right, one of the things that we need to realize is that you immediately will look at that people around you and become extremely judgmental, and have a tendency to make up stories about how they got there. They were a gangster, or whatever it might be. So check your speech, check where you're at, as of to understanding whether you are in that have-not zone. All right, so don't make up stories about what they've assumed that they've done, or whatever it might be. All right, so that's the reality of life. Thank you, Brady, for joining. Thank you, Lee. Really appreciate you guys being here with me. So if you've got any questions, I'd love to answer them for you. So if you don't have money, so therefore you think, because I don't have money, I can't create money. We've all heard that saying, that money makes money. Well, the reality is that is a load of absolute BS. You can, from nothing, create something. And if you want to, I can actually help you to do exactly that, from nothing to create something. Because we need to understand the reason why we believe that lie, believe the lie that money makes money. Money makes more money. I agree with you. All right. I'm not saying it's not, but it doesn't mean that because you don't have money that you can't start. It's about the creativity, about getting out of that self-doubt, about getting yourself with that no longer feeling I am not worthy. Get out of that I'm not the smartest person in the room, which is actually what it should be. You should not be the smartest person in the room. You actually should not be the smartest person in the room, because if you're the smartest person in the room, who are you learning from? Who's going to be able to teach you the things? So don't be the smartest person in the room. The smartest person in the room, I don't know if you've ever noticed, is normally the arsehole. Okay, so just be very careful. You don't want to be that person. Be somebody who learns and absorbs and keeps your mind open all the time. Okay? Stop feeling less than. Thank you for the loves and hearts. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Please share this video. I'd really love to get this message out to as many people as possible. So if you know someone who is sitting in that negative have-not zone, then it's time to say, how do I get out of that have-not zone? And how do I get myself into the have zone, the positive zone? All right. So most of us have got a lot of excuses. I'm telling you now, most of us have a lot of excuses as to why we don't have what we don't have. And we spend hours justifying why we don't have. And also we have a tendency to actually believe that you don't deserve it. Well, I'm here to tell you that you do deserve it. You do deserve to get into the have zone, into the zone that has freedom. Get into that zone that has the ability to create your memories that you want. So I want to encourage you, because we need to get out of that stinking thinking. Guys, we've got to get out of that negative thinking. We've got to get out. We've got to erase it. All right. That stinking thinking that is always judging other people, always judging where you're at, always being a hater, being a troll on other people. Time to stop that. Time to say, hold on a second. If I could start with nothing and create something, what would it be? That would be the more of the positive thinking. You will never become what you despise. I'm going to repeat that. You will never become what you despise. So if you are despising wealth and wealthy people, you will not become wealthy.